A$AP Rocky is dropping a new single tomorrow on 4th of July. This is obviously pretty big. We're looking at Don't Be Dumb. This is the single connected to it, I guess. Hopefully this means the album is coming soon. We'll go over that and a new snippet for your honor today. So let's jump straight into this. If you want to stay up to date with everything surrounding hip hop, make sure to subscribe and also become a part of this community by joining our Discord server in the description. You can now sign up for my free newsletter with the first link in the description. It comes every Sunday and recaps everything that's been happening in hip hop over the past week, so make sure to do that. So obviously Don't Be Dumb is still not out. We still don't have a release date. We're only getting snippets and leaks at this point. We talked about this. We're only getting Fashion, the second Awe collection dropped, and with the runway show for that Awe collection, Rocky also previewed new songs. We talked about this in the last video. Here is a quick listen to those songs if you haven't heard them yet.
Act like she want me, that's how I react. Told her I love her, she lied to me back. My number one rule is don't speak and don't chat. So come to my room, you can leave with some rag. I'm not Paru, but the P on my hat. I'm not the woo, but the B on my back. I'm at the top, they can't see where I'm at. I'm at the top, they can't be where I'm at. Burger like king of the whopper. Niggas ain't me, they ain't pretty like Flacco. Roll up my weed with no poncho, no guapo. I pee and I sleep with revolver and choppers. PTSD like a trauma survivor. Straight out of Harlem, but
that was the first one, and then also we have a second one. That was the one right here.
We chose, man, this shit get crazy. In this lifestyle that we chose, shit might drive you crazy. You put your homies over hoes, so you gangsta licious. Count chicken finger licking, and it tastes delicious.
And now before we talk about the new single, which is obviously the big highlight that we have to talk about, because this is, I mean, likely this looks like the lead single. This is the rollout single that comes before the record. We also have to take a listen to the newest snippet that we have for a fan favorite on the record, Your Honor, which was always connected to the court case that he beat, obviously, for shooting A$AP Rocky. You all know the scene where he's jumping onto Rihanna when the verdict was announced. And we also have a new scene of him filming a music video for Your Honor, seemingly in Paris, where also Paris Fashion Week was, the Awe collection, and where he's also working on the record. He also references this with the new single. As I said, we'll talk about it in a second, but here is that clip from him shooting that music video.
Bounty, clean up that case, that's a downy. Faking they stand on the stand. My kids, my junior, they all rob it down me again. Keep them from robbing me again. All my soldiers got rags on head. All my workers get taxed, no credit. All my niggas got stacks on deck. All your niggas get whacked, they dead. All these hoes break backs on bed. After we fuck, no cash, no bread. Whack ass hoe get left on red. Niggas, these hoes, they watch, they fed. In my past, rapping like Future, let's go. Taking shots, closing your time in the ball. Play with my time, nigga, this your last stroke. Feel like the lotto, that burner scratched on. Forever 21, it's still in the young. The price is so low, you would think it's half off. Loading it up just to blow your ass off. She eating me up just to see what's in store. Won't take you to court, Your Honor. I went on money to court, Your Honor. Look like John Gotti in court, Your Honor. Look like A$AP Rocky in court, Your Honor. I wear that Prada in court, Your Honor. Look like Godfather in court.
Now, obviously, Your Honor still sounds amazing. As I said, this is one of the songs that fans are looking forward to the most because it sounds great, because it's like Rocky that we want. And so I'm guessing that Your Honor is going to be a fan favorite on there. And the snippets that we've heard so far obviously are also pretty high quality, so I'm hoping that this song will definitely deliver and come through and be one of the best on the record. At least it's a reason for fans to tune in, even the fans that have kind of lost hope or that were kind of not as convinced anymore about Rocky, or that said the hype is dead. Hopefully a song like that can get them to turn on the record. Now, as I said, we have a new single dropping. This single he announced on his social media with a little trailer. So here is that.
I got much respect for Paris, man. I think if you get accepted and respected here, that's just the pinnacle.
Is the new one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Gang. Pray for the gang, pray for the gang. Pray for the gang, pray for the gang. My new joint, Pray for the Gang. Go to Apple, check it out.
Pray for the gang, pray for the gang, pray for the...
Now, as you can tell, this single is called Pray for the Gang. Now, he talks in the trailer about making it in Paris, Paris being the best city on earth. If you make it here, you can make it anywhere. But obviously, a pretty big thing about this is that it's exclusively on Apple Music. Now, what is that about, Rocky? That is not cool. That is not cool for me because I'm a Spotify user. But even just for that, it's obviously like a deal he's doing like Drake did. This could be like a 24-hour thing that, you know, you can listen to the song for the first 24 hours only on Apple Music. He gets a bunch of money for that from Apple, and then it'll be released on all streaming services. I think that's likely how it'll be. Or I guess it's out on Apple Music right now. Let me know if you have Apple Music, if it's out there, and it'll get available for everybody else just on Friday, July 4th. But as I said, this release for July 4th is pretty big because this means that in any week now he could be dropping the record. Like, Rocky hasn't announced a single in a very long time. We've gotten stuff like Shittin' Me or any of that, but those obviously didn't really catch on like he wanted to. Let's see if this new Pray for the Gang thing does. Let's see how it sounds. Let's see how convincing that will be. You would expect a record to drop right after this, maybe next week, but then we have clips dropping. We have, Travis and Cactus Jack dropping. So it's really not looking like it's dropping July 11th. So maybe it's going to be end of July, maybe it's going to be August. Another big reason for August, besides the fact that it's August, is also that he canceled 2 shows of the festivals in Europe. Now, this is pretty interesting because these were the festivals that we talked about, speaking about the rollout plan for August. Now, one of these is the festival on August 16th, and the other one is the Lowlands Festival that I believe was also middle of August. So it looks like that could be the time then when he drops the record. But as soon as we learn anything more about the timeline and schedule of things also concerning the festivals, I'll make a video on it, so make sure you stay subscribed. But it's definitely interesting to see how he's canceling shows right around middle of August. It's looking like that could be the release date for this record. But as I said, separate video on that dropping because that's going into kind of a theory direction. So today we'll stick with the single. Let me know if you heard it. Let me know if you have Apple Music, and I do want to know what y'all think about the new single, and when do you think Don't Be Dumb is dropping in its entirety. All of your thoughts on this, please let me know in the comments down below. If you watched this video to the end and liked it, and you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, hit that like button, and go follow my social media, and most importantly, join my Discord in the description. Until the next one, you'll have an incredible day, and y'all take care.